Okay, we are going to create a project recipe using a different project recipe. So this will help you understand that using project recipes, you can use them with different paper and they look a lot different. And so you don't have to have the collection that the project recipe is. So we're using the project recipe for Enchanted Wizard because that is not one of the collections I featured on a virtual. And I thought it would work well with our totally tonal. Actually, totally tonal would work for a different project recipes. So on this one, you just need 2 designer pieces of paper and then some cardstock. Now I'm going to go ahead and use this bright green, Kelly green, because I'm using the Kelly green totally tonal. Might be a little much on the green, but I think once I get all my photos on there, it'll end up being very cute. All right, so I'm going to set aside my cardstock. Go ahead and cut my shapes. I am going to cut my 2 pieces of paper. The first piece is also what we're going to punch out of. So I'm going to go ahead and use the fireworks punch, even though I just like the starburst kind of added. Kind of looks like a sun to me as much as a fireworks. So I'm going to use that one, and I think I'm going to want it out of the star paper. So I'm going to have that be piece number 1. And then that also ends up to be the paper that is used along the bottom of the page. Okay. All right. So before you start with your cutting, you want to double check if there's any direction that you want to be cautious of. So I have stars and I have dots. So I have no direction on this page. On the other one, I do have a direction. So on the first one, I do, so the stars are in a line. So I have to decide if I want them on the bottom of my page. I don't want my stars to be just a little border of stars up and down, I don't think. I think I would really like the idea of my stars being across the bottom. So I am going to go ahead and turn it so that my stripe will go, my stars will be straight across the bottom. So I'm going to cut 1.5 inches. 1.5. And I need 2 1.5 and 2 1 inch. I'm going to cut the next inch because I think it'll help them line up a little more similar. Okay, 1 inch, 1.5. I want to see how these line up across. Just going to cut off just a hair so that when I lay these next to each other on the pages, it would have a similar spot on the bottom, so they wouldn't go straight across. Just turned off a little bit so my stars. And now I want another 1.5 inches. And another inch. Okay. This is a fairly easy layout, so we shouldn't have any trouble. I don't have to mark the pieces ABC. Pretty simple. 4.5 and by 4.5. So I'm going to go ahead and cut 4.5. Our mats and another 4.5. So, and then these I'm going to use to cut my punch, my fireworks. And then the other one is going to be this paper. So I'm not going to use the stripe, but I'm going to use this one, and it will be along the side of my layout. And so I want it to be like this. So on this one, I need a 3 inch. So I'm going to need 4 by 6, so 4 inches. 26. And 4-inch. 5.5. And that is the edge of the trimmer. And another. Go. And then what I have left, I use a 3-inch. Now we're going to punch some fireworks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. And if you want, you can turn it over to make sure that it's lined up. But when you punch, you want to make sure you are flip it back over to punch so that it doesn't get caught. No, I'll get 3 out of this little square. I don't know how that's gonna look on my paper after I came up with this plan. Like I want that to be brighter. We'll find out. We'll check. And then I needed 5 more. Okay. Alrighty. So, and what we do, so I write the paper. Whoa. And first my stars, the top one is the lighter one. The bottom one is the narrow one. And the top. I don't know if you've ever noticed that sometimes the designer paper is a little smaller than the cardstock. Basically, they can be within an 1/8 of an inch and still be past the inspection, but 1/8 of an inch to scrapbookers showed up. So I have found if I put that, because in this case my designer paper is a little smaller than this cardstock, if I put that on the inside of my pages, it kind of gets hidden in the fold of the album. Like you don't really notice it once it's in the album and it's in the pages. It lines up pretty good. So, but when I look at it, I see it. But once I get pictures on it and everything, it ends up fine. All right, I'm noticing I like these. Ooh, actually, switch that idea because now I realize it's going to be covered. I do this over top. So that now it's not going to show up. Okay. I'm just not sure I'm like my fireworks. I might have to punch a different color. Like that stripe. And then we go here. And then these are our mats. And you can flip them if you want. I do not like my stripe in the back. This one I might like coconut. And then and then they did a sticker strip along the bottom with our designer paper. The only sticker strips that we had border stickers. The only ones that we had was in a special. So I was thinking I would punch something for my bottom. But I have to figure out the fireworks. I'm not excited about my white fireworks. Oh, my star fireworks did not come out quite like I anticipated. These will look great here. The best part of a project recipe is you adapt. Make it the way you want. All right. I am going to add stickers to the side because on my sticker packets, they have a lot of circles and squares. And so I think I'm going to put them along the side where my punches were going to go. I'm going to put some of these instead. And then I think for my, they have a, I'm going to use my fireworks as more of embellishments on my drum. That'll be a lot. Now, if you want something along the bottom, if they had a sticker strip, you could punch a strip like with the fully tonal. There isn't a border sticker. So I am going to punch the stars. Midnight Star, it's not a punch, so I shouldn't use it, but I have it, so I'm going to. And I think it'll work on this page. And I think I'm going to want dark paper. Yes, if I could use either side. Okay, so I need two of these. If you are doing another collection and there's a border sticker, then you just use that. I have lots of little stars in it. I'll move this today. Okay. I'll show you. They're so close. Oh, it worked. This was close. Maybe give myself a little more room. And if anyone has ordered from the embellishment promotion, here is the embellishment silicone mat that you could earn. Thought I would show it off. The silicone mat has an advantage that it does not stick. The repositional does not stick to it. And this one is nice because it's small. So it works well with all your borders. Oh, it's fun. And then this one. I'm going to add another border down here and my mats, and then I'm going to put some of these. And there we go. And I'll show you my finished page when I'm done. So there is my finished product with the embellishments. So like I said, I used some stickers over here, and then I punched a border here instead of using a border sticker there. And I added my fireworks, just a few, on the cardstock. So it was contrasting. I didn't like the contrast over here on the strip. It was meant to go on. So as with any project recipe, you can tweak it to fit your paper and stickers and adjust the layout. So there is the Wizard project recipe using Totally Tiffany, yeah, Totally Tonal Kelly green paper.